Joining us by phone right now is Mike Tristano. He's a state and federally licensed weapons expert and has more than 25 years of experience in the entertainment industry as an on-set weapons armorer, and he has worked with Alec Baldwin before. Mike, thank you for jumping on with us. First, based on your expertise, how could this have possibly happened?
That is an excellent question. I don't know. And I mean, I know people are saying, why are we using such dangerous weapons? Well, they're not dangerous if they're handled professionally by people who know what they're doing. I mean, we've been using guns in film since the early 20s.
So how should a scene like this involving a prop gun be handled? What kind of safety precautions are supposed to be in place when scenes involving weapons are filmed?
First, you need a professional armorer on the set who does this all the time, like myself and my crew. We supply the weapons as well as the blanks, and there is never any live ammo on a film set, ever. And I'm hearing that's possibly what fired out of that gun. But the guns are never pointed at an actor or an actress, a crew member, an animal, anything on a set. And it's a very safe process usually. Having heard this happen was really amazing, and having heard it was Alec Baldwin was even more amazing. I've worked with Mr. Baldwin. He's very professional. He's very safe, very courteous. So I can't imagine what he's going through right now. But things like this don't happen on movie sets usually. I think there's maybe a couple of instances over the many years the film's been in production. Since the 20s, that something like this has happened.
Well, when you talk about this unknown, right, we don't know if it was a live round that was fired out. Nothing definitive there, but could something other than a live round have been fired out and seriously hurt or obviously killed somebody?
Well, I don't know what range the gun was at, how far away the gun was from the young lady that was killed. It is very hard to get killed by a blank, at least a professional movie blank. The blanks that we use are just a crimped casing. So the only thing in them is powder, which is what simulates the flash, and in a Western, the smoke from guns. So, I mean, the worst people ever got would be a powder burn, which can be a little irritating, but it's certainly not going to kill you. So, very many questions on this.
Yeah, what are your biggest questions that you have right now?
My biggest question is who was in charge of the guns on this set, and that no one seems to have that answer, which I find very puzzling. Whenever we work on a film, we are the department in charge of the weapons. The weapons are always with us. They do not leave our possession until they're handed to an actor or actress on the set. When that happens, we tell the actor if it's a hot gun, meaning if it's loaded with blanks, or a cold gun, meaning it's unloaded. And we never put blanks in the gun even until they're actually ready to film the shot. All the rehearsals are done with what we call a cold gun being empty. And we also set up the shot with the director of photography and the director, so the actor has a mark, meaning a place to fire at, that he or she knows would be safe to fire the gun in that direction. So many unanswered questions here, but who was in charge of these guns? Who supplied these guns? Who supplied the blanks, if there was a blank? Or
and
how
what
was
was
there
done,
live ammo on the shot?
And what was done with the gun prior to Alec Baldwin handling it?
Right, exactly. There's so many questions. Was something lodged in that gun, like is what happened on the Brandon Lee, tragedy?
The one from 1993.
Right. We always supply our guns, so we know their safety aspects and that they're always clear and everything else. Many shows rent guns from different places.